I'm just going to put a timer on the monitor just to see how long it actually takes from now for Joe to show up.
Yeah, we're beginning at 17 minutes past 8.
Yeah, apparently my clock app needs an update.
Oh, okay,
Some
go
new
on.
set of numbers I wasn't aware of. So. All right, so we've got a little timer here. We wait on Joe.
Mhm.
Famously, either several dozens of minutes late, or just doesn't show up at all. So
Yeah,
just thought I'd set that going off, and we'll just leave that over there.
and also he also pushed it a day back as well. So
And he's pushed it a day back, so we were all a day late. Because my feeling was like, oh, record it, and then the same day the following week, just before we record the next one, I'll just quickly edit and upload the previous one. So
sure.
we're already off by a day, the cunt. But hey ho.
Yeah, and and also the podcast is Cinemenage a Trois. It doesn't really work with two people as
No,
well. The name doesn't work as well.
maybe it just adds to the
Um,
comedy value. Maybe it just makes us sound really funny.
yeah, um, we sound really funny, but we're not.
No,
Um,
no, not remotely.
so we got last episode. We got down to number 10
Correct.
for the top 25, or our top 25 horror films of the 21st century versus the Hollywood Reporter. Uh, we completely, well, almost completely disagree with that list that they
Yeah.
put out.
We say
Some of
versus the
which
Hollywood
aren't
Reporter. I
horror
mean, it's
films.
no competition, is it? Like our lists,
I mean,
respectively, are
that's
better.
true. I would say that both Variety and certainly IndieWire are better metrics of quality of film journalism. So, especially film criticism.
Yeah,
Um, so, yeah, yeah. Uh, the worst part is a couple of those films that are on the Hollywood Reporters list aren't horror films, and we will get to at least one of them in the top 10 of all three of our lists, I think. So,
yeah. And right at the top of the show, I haven't got a replacement for Audition. Um,
okay, fantastic.
and you know why that is? Because I couldn't be bloody bothered. So,
Okay,
what are you going to do
yeah,
about
okay. I mean, I'm not going to do anything about it. The audience will judge you accordingly.
that? They judge me as a pretty cool guy by the sounds of it.
Yeah,
They're going to hear it
he's
and be like, you know
chill
what,
and
this is a pretty chill. I didn't realize this guy was chill like that. But, man, he must know a lot
yeah,
about movies.
he's 6 months behind the times, but you know, he's an all right geezer at least, rather than the anally retentive Gus on the podcast. But
Mm.
um, anyway, the Hollywood Reporter. Have you got the lists up on your screen
I
of
do. They're currently
their
obscured
top
by the
25?
timer. So,
Right. Okay.
what's the maximum
Okay.
we set it to for we just start if Joe's not here? We've got up to 3 minutes so far.
I'd say 10 minutes. We
We can go
can
with
we
10.
can definitely we can definitely sort of go for 10 for that. Yeah.
Easy breezy.
Uh, have you seen any films recently before we begin or continue?
No, but I will actually see a new movie not too long from now as me and Mrs. are going to see Freaky a Friday at the weekend. So that'll be a
Okay,
fun
fair
one.
enough. Okay, sure.
Which I didn't dislike Freaky Friday back in the
Hmm.
day. I
Mhm.
remember it being somewhat watchable, and then I rewatched it not too long ago and was like, it's still somewhat watchable. Not something I would choose to watch independently, but a fine time nonetheless.
Sure. Okay. Um, my most recent venture to the cinema, I think, was The Naked Gun, which I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson is genuinely funny, and I've said this to my family. I think I genuinely think that he should just do comedies now because he's a
Mm.
really good comedic actor. Um, when he's not being directed by Seth MacFarlane, he's actually very good. Because A Million Ways to Die in the West was total dog shit. I think everyone can agree on that.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't good. It wasn't extraordinary dog shit, but it certainly wasn't good by any means.
Uh, but anyway, yeah, Liam Neeson's funny. He should. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if this was like nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Actor Comedy. Um, I really wouldn't be surprised if he won, and I'm calling it
Yeah.
now. Um, Also, Pamela Anderson is very good. I think I've only seen her in the Borat cameo, and that's basically it.
No, I haven't seen
Um,
Borat in a century.
mm. I haven't seen The Last Showgirl yet, which apparently she's really good in as well.
I don't know if I've
Yeah,
ever seen
starring.
anything that Pamela Anderson is in at all, to be honest. I'll probably end up seeing The Naked Gun at some point.
No, you have.
As I'm not, I think she's a bit before my time to be to be enjoyable in that regard. Wasn't it? She was the one in Baywatch, right?
Yeah, she was the one from
Yeah,
Baywatch, and there was the tape. But like, she's gone on to do a lot more since then. Um, and yeah, she's quite accomplished now. She is really, really good in The Naked Gun. Actually, she's very funny. So good for him.
sure.
Also saw that Superman. Also saw that Superman film. That was good. It was very entertaining. Very wholesome, and wears its heart on its sleeve, which I like because that is Superman to a T.
Mm,
And James Gunn just get comic book characters. He just gets them.
yeah,
Um, he's obviously, it's relevant to this episode because obviously, like, he's also a very good horror director as well. Slither is very entertaining. Uh,
yeah. I really
and
like Slither. Underrated. Underrated.
yeah, yeah, solid movie. And he has this thing where he tends to, and Frank Darabont does this as well, who also has, done one of the best horror films of the 21st century, but I wouldn't put it in the top 25, The Mist. Um, both of them, the thing they have in common is they both like working with specific actors. Like they don't like chop and change all the time. Like they have like their friends that they work with, and they tend to stick to that. So, I respect that about filmmaking. It's a collaborative process anyway, so you might as well work with who you're comfortable and you're friendly with. So,
Yeah, by all means. Whereas, what actors does he stick with?
who, James Gunn or Frank Darabont?
Darabont. I think I've only seen two Frank Darabont movies, the obvious ones.
Jeffrey DeMunn is one. William Sadler is another. Jeffrey DeMunn is Dale from The Walking Dead, like the old man who gets. I think he gets killed at the end of season two.
I haven't seen it.
He is in both The Mist. Well, sorry, no, the Mist, The Green Mile, and The Shawshank Redemption. William Sadler is the grieving father from uh, I was about to say 8 Mile, Green Mile.
Hmm.
Um, he is one of the, I think,
Imagine
last
Frank
survivors
Darabont
in
directed Green
the Mist.
Mile.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
no, not Green
he's got
Mile,
like
8 Mile. Imagine if he directed 8 Mile.
yeah.
No, I
I
fucked it up
I
the other way
I,
around.
I have no doubt it would be a lot better. It was a solid movie, but yeah. No, so yeah, Frank Darabont has got like a really solid filmography, even if you go with just those three films: The Mist, The Shawshank Redemption, which is the greatest film ever made, and I won't hear any arguments against it, and The Green Mile. Like that is like batting three for three, incredible movies. Um, and he also apparently wrote for or did script doctoring for A Nightmare on Elm Street, which obviously horror is the theme of this episode. So,
Hmm.
uh, sorry, Nightmare on Elm Street Part Three, which is considered the best sequel.
Yeah, yeah. It's.
Um,
I suppose it is probably the best of the sequels, isn't it? It annoys me when people say it's the best of the series in general. I'm like, well, no, obviously the first one's the best in the series. You on meth?
n- yeah, this is where I may lose like some horror credentials. I've only seen the first three, and I think that all three of them are like very overrated. I think
So,
that
as though
franchise
you
is
watch the first one, you're
underrated.
like, it would be better if it was Hereditary.
Okay, right.
Why isn't the second one Midsummer? Because then they
I
wouldn't be good, would
literally
they, Angus?
my some of my top 25 horror films of all time are giant monster movies. So I will not have this slander like that I am this hoity-toity. Oh, it's all about grief and trauma. No, no, no. Some of that's fine, but most of it is just it's a gimmick that's really.
It's been done a million times
I
better in a million other movies. And that would be the
yes.
last thing I say on it, unless Hereditary shows up in your top 10, which I assume it will.
Yeah.
I was chomping at the bit to get to that segment.
In fairness, Smile 2 isn't far outside my top 25 of this century because Smile 2 is really really good, and that obviously like the whole monster element of that, and it is like a cursed monster demon thing, and that is it's trauma and all of that sort of carries from like one person to another. So yeah, it does work when done right, and Smile 2 does it right. But when it's like just miserable, it's like okay, all right. That's why I didn't like the first Smile film, and I only went into this because I was like, this one, the premise looks more interesting.
Yeah, well, Smile,
I didn't.
but both of them function still in the absence of any metaphorical connotations.
See, the thing with yeah, I mean, with Hollywood, like when you make two parts, when you make two films, you tend to want to go for a third one because obviously, the three-act structure, all of that. Trilogies are a very common thing. So my thesis, or sorry, my theory on the third one, if they do make the third one, it will be a politician slash president. That will be the person that the curse is following, simply because. Have we been joined by Fisher?
We have, at long last.
Yeah, sorry.
Wait.
No,
Where-
the computer wasn't working.
I
Okay.
failed to believe you, but I have it. I've got the timer clocked in at 11 minutes and 27 seconds.
Well, I'm
Oh
on my
my
I'm on my phone now because the computer's just giving me shit. So I think the battery's like all fucked because I kept disconnecting it, kept turning off.
Let's see. Well, anyway, the audio all sounds good. No echoes. So
Okay.
this particular part, I'm already recording it, but obviously I'll cut out the bit of me talking about recording it.
Oh yeah.
Seems to be all sound.
Mhm.
So
I might need to change my name from Buttfucker69 because I feel like that's not doing me any.
What are you on about? That's the only funny thing about the podcast.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, now. Right. Welcome back to our fictional listeners. Exist in the realm of
In my brain and my
nothingness.
brain alone.
Yeah, so the last video, as we put it up, don't know if you checked, it's got 2 views, and I'm like, well, one of them's me. So I'm assuming the other one's Angus.
If it makes you feel any better, one of them was not me.
No, I know, Joe.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't me. No, I haven't actually. I still haven't logged into the podcast.
So we'd like to thank our fan for coming out.
Yeah, it's pretty much whatever that guy puts in the comments we have to stick to like glue now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It'd be
We have a monarchy of fans.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if like it turned out to be a groiper and they were just going on about like Jews or something. But
I mean, fuck's sake.
Yeah, that'd be
Straight
fun,
off.
wouldn't it?
Straight
No, I
off
mean,
to
like people on the internet are like, it's just the most psychotic. It's like, oh, this is a film podcast. Let's talk about, like, I don't know.
I thought this was the Gooning podcast.
The Gooning podcast.
The Gooncast.
Gooncast.
God,
My
this
daily
guy can't
Your daily
Just what-
Gooncast. So you're going down your top 25, is it, or top 10 horror movies?
Yeah,
we
we're on
are
top 10 now.
about to start our top 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you
I've
guys
got-
started anything? Because I've got my 2, so I can start with my 1, and I'm assuming the horror fans, which is you two, will just shit all over it and tell me my opinion's wrong and it's mainstream and like.
What's your second best?
My second best. Oh god, what was my second best?
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, I know.
You have 2 films. You have
My
two
second best. My second best, the ones I've seen. I did like the remake of it from the TV series. I did like the remake of it,
All right.
which is a.
Oh,
It's not bad.
Sure.
It's not. It's
Okay,
it's
yeah.
a fine. It's good as a movie. It's pretty much just its own movies. The original was more. It was a TV thing. It was a TV miniseries.
Actually, I'm going to take that away because I feel like I'm going to take it away. I'm going to take it away because I feel like this was. I did. It's a shit film. I know it's shit, but for the value of it being what it was and the casting, I'm going to say Sorority Row.
Okay.
With the 2008-ish Sorority Row.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, sure.
That was a banger,
Sure.
to be fair. That was
It's got horrendous reviews.
one of the first proper horror movies I saw in the cinema, like 15 years ago.
Yeah, it's got
And
terrible reviews.
yeah, I really enjoyed it at the time, and rewatched it recently, and was like, you know what, I still enjoy it. Like, it's still good.
Like, I feel like they spent all the money casting Carrie Fisher because I don't think there was anyone else of any merit in there.
There were no like big names apart from her.
And I feel like she just did it because she's just probably just open to anything, and they were like, we can afford one kind of big-ish person.
Yes, it strikes me
Like-
as more of a kind of like she was mates with one of the producers kind of jobby, and you know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah,
Or they just paid her a
the fact
shitload,
that-
but that's less likely.
Also, I'd like to find out how much screen time she actually had. I don't think she had a lot of screen time.
Was she top billed?
No, she wasn't. She
or
wasn't a
like-
main character. She was a side character.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but like sometimes like
It's screaming favour more by
if-
the minute.
yeah, if an actor is like top billed and they're like barely in it, it's like clearly like it's just marketing.
I bet she had a big name on the poster. I would have bet
Sure.
any money she had a big name on
Sure.
the poster. Can we get the poster up and have a look where she was billed? I've got a
yeah.
feeling she was billed quite highly.
I'll give it a.
Tyso certainly can.
Yes, let's have a look how high she was on the bill. Or I might be wrong. Maybe some people in that film did go on to bigger things now because it was 2008. I'm not sure.
No, there's no
so-
cast on the poster. No cast names on the poster at all. It's just.
How full was
Okay.
the cinema when you went to see it?
Oh, I can't remember. It's bloody years ago.
Because
Like,
now you
medium.
can go to see like a blockbuster in the cinema and it's fucking dead. Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it depends when you go. If it's like Friday night and it's opening day, it tends to be quite busy.
I
The
went to a
midnight
showcase
screenings tend to
cinema.
be busy as well.
I went to a showcase cinema not long ago to watch. Well, the last one I went to watch, I understand why no one was there. I went to watch the Blackberry movie in the cinema, and I went to watch the Amy Winehouse biopic. And even Jackass on release day, I went to see that at 10 o'clock in a showcase cinema, not city centre based, like in a retail park. And we were the two people in there.
Our screen were packed when I went to see it.
I feel like horror fans are a lot more dedicated, though. Like, I feel like the kind of people
Yeah.
that are watching Jackass and that would just go, nah. I'd fucking
No, I
watch
mean
it when
with
it-
Jackass, it just depends when and where you are, isn't it? Like with Jackass 4, it was jammed.
Yeah, true. Probably the cinema I went to just being in the middle of fucking nowhere on a retail park on a Monday. Everyone probably just went, I'm going to see it in the town centre.
Yeah.
Probably that. But yeah.
Well, it being on a Monday
Sorority
as well
Row.
would be part of the reason.
Yeah, Sorority Row, did really enjoy that. I watched it again recently, like about a year ago, and I thought, it's still good for a horror film. It was definitely a bit more of a thriller, I think, than a horror.
Sure.
I'd say it's
But-
both, but still short.
Yeah, I'd say more thriller, but it was good. It was good. I
What
enjoyed
was
it.
your other one?
So I feel like this one, if anyone hates this film, like I feel it was very underrated, and it was very tragic in the way like the lead actor was very good but passed very much before his time. It was a Green Room.
Oh, it's a great
Oh
movie.
yes,
Oh,
absolutely
fantastic.
fantastic.
And,
He's
like,
actually. Oh, go on.
Yeah, what are you saying?
No, I was going to say like the next topic of conversation was going to be actors that passed before their time. Anton Yelchin.
Yeah, Anton Yelchin was
Specifically
brilliant.
in Green Room was like one of my choices for sure.
Oh yeah,
He's really good in that movie.
he was fantastic, and he was in like what was it, the Star Trek movie after that came out posthumously, and he
Yeah.
was just like he would have been like up there now. I think like if he was still around, like he'd have been up there with like the Timothy Chalamet. He was so diverse, I think, in his characters. I think he
Yeah.
was going to be massive, and like he died in just the most tragic way. That was like it wasn't drink, drugs, or anything. It was just got ran over by his Jeep because it had a malfunction. Then they had to recall later all the Jeeps.
That's rough. He was
He
also
went to
very
the-
good in. Oh, go on.
No, I just was it. He went to collect the mail at the bottom of his drive, pulled up, put the handbrake on, went down to his mailbox on the street, and the handbrake failed, which it shouldn't have done. And they'd been failing on apparently all of the cars, and it rolled down the hill and crushed him between his mailbox.
Yeah, he just
Fucking
suffocated
shit.
there, didn't he? As a miserably unfortunate accident with
Yeah,
that.
and with Green Room, he was just he was a very good lead. I think he showed very early on how diverse his roles could be.
Yeah,
Like,
he's very,
very-
funny in Thoroughbreds as well with Olivia Cook and Anya Taylor-Joy. He's very funny in that film.
How many films did that guy have? Because I feel like he was only coming into prominence around that time of his death. He was only coming into being like not even a household name. He was just like one of the ones to watch.
I will do a very, very.
I'm gonna say it's got to be less than 10 like major movies. Way less than 10, I'd say. Maybe like 5.
There's a few ones that are unknown, like New York, I Love You, Like Crazy. Oh, isn't it? Have you heard of Alpha Dog?
No.
Fright Night with Colin Farrell.
I've heard of it. Yeah,
there's a shitty remake of Fright Night, wasn't it? Wasn't really much of a thing.
And Terminator Salvation, he was in as well.
Oh yeah, well, famously snubbed at the Oscars that year. Terminator Salvation.
Okay, but we're talking about films that he's in that are prominent. Oh, he was in the Smurfs movie. How very quaint. Yeah.
It was I was saying, incredibly diverse actor.
Yeah,
for sure. Apparently, he was in Along Came a Spider. I think it's Alex
with
Cross
Morgan Freeman.
With Morgan Freeman, yeah. Which was
well, how old was he when that was made? Like 10.
I mean, yeah, he must have been. Yeah,
he was only like in his 20s when he died. I think late 20s.
Yeah.
If you want something that is truly horrifying, get up a picture of his grave. That's horrifying.
I'd really rather not. This is a bit like.
Well, it's because we're on about horror films and things that are probably a bit odd. His grave is very odd.
Okay, but no, he is in Along Came a Spider.
Oh, it is. It is odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very odd.
Right.
A fitting tribute would have been having his grave as the mailbox that crushed him.
Oh, come on.
Fuck's sake.
Come on, man.
Just talking about how unfortunate it is that you're just ripping into this poor dead man.
I didn't say it should be the Jeep. Arguably,
his grave is just a statue of him, like a marble statue of him, and now Joe's saying, "Oh, why not make it a statue of a fucking mailbox and a Jeep?"
Yeah, and he's stood in between it, like you know.
What? No, I just imagine. Like, have you seen? Oh God, have you seen Twilight, where like he stops
what the fuck?
Hang on. Hear me out, right? Hear me out. It's the scene where Edward stops the Jeep from hitting Bella, right? And
he wasn't with Anton at the time.
Shot of it. Yeah, it's just that shot of like him like being like that in between. It's just I don't know. It's just.
I'm spitballing. I'm just throwing out some jokes.
Poetic irony at its finest.
Yeah, this is getting pretty tasteless.
But either way, if you want to put the grave on the screen, it's a very odd grave. It's one of the oddest ones I've seen.
It reminds me of that famous Ronaldo statue. Do you know the one where his face is all fucked up?
Yeah, no, to be fair, at least Anton's is very. Someone spent a fucking fortune. They must have spent his entire estate on that fucking statue.
I can't imagine it cost that much, but certainly it looks expensive and it looks very garish. I certainly don't know any families that would be like, "Oh yeah, we want a statue of him, of our loved one, also, make a life-size statue of him for his grave."
Probably a little bit bigger than life-size, but I don't have any idea why I knew his grave was very odd. I don't know why I knew that.
So you seem to be his publicist all of a sudden. So I'll tell you who's bloody brilliant. Anton Yelchin.
If I was his publicist, I'd be very slow on work at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns out you're actually just the guy at the funeral home that sells the statues.
Yeah, I am.
You just got absolutely snubbed.
Have you seen his statue? Remarkably affordable, as I'm told.
Sake. I'm moving on to the main topic of conversation. I'm drawing a line.
Gone before his time. Excellent casting in that movie. Patrick Stewart plays a fucking wicked villain.
Yeah.
Only time I've seen him play a villain, he was very good.
Yeah, it's like he gave me the same energy of like, whereas like I didn't know you could like cross roles this well. Was when the only time I've been shocked by that was Patrick Stewart in that role, and also Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. It gave off the same vibe to me.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, for sure.
Like when it was like, oh my god, you could do this all along. Why haven't you been doing this?
My dad was the same with what was it, Albert Brooks in the film Drive, because before that he was like just a comedic actor, wasn't he?
Oh
And
yeah,
in,
he
in
plays the
Drive,
garage owner.
he's really really unsettling.
Dark as
Film.
fuck.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good one to be fair. Also, Ryan Gosling in that movie, I was like, I did not expect him to take something that edgy.
See, it went the other way for me because most of the time, obviously, Ryan Gosling has done like really dramatic roles, and then when he did The Nice Guys and Barbie, everyone was like, "Holy shit, where the fuck has this guy
Yeah,
been?"
the Nice Guys was absolutely fantastic. I loved that film.
Yeah.
And also, it's like I love it when an actor breaks out of a role. It was like again, not really a horror film, but was it a Brawl on Cell Block? What was it?
99.
Brawl on Cell Block.
Yeah,
Yeah, when
with Vince Vaughn. Yeah.
Vince Vaughn, I was like that had the violence of a film that shouldn't be in the cinema. That
Yeah,
had the
for
violence
sure.
of like a straight to DVD fucking slasher movie. And I was like, when Josh suggested it to me, I was like, okay, this is going to probably be a little bit tame. Like, it's just going to be a bit of like, maybe as much violence as you'd expect in Heat or something like that, or Goodfellas, like, cinema kind of all right violence. It was fucking brutal. It was like, and I was like, yeah, Vince Vaughn, 10 out of 10 for taking that. I did not expect that.
Yeah,
It's a
scene where
solid
he's just
movie.
beating. Yeah, like just the scene of him just beating the shit out of the car, like with his bare hands, and it's a real car, and it's just like holy shit, like the level of carnage that he's just like absolutely unleashing on this vehicle is insane.
Just everything about that film was like when he
Yeah.
crushed that guy's head, and I was like, that's not even like comedically violent. It's like just violent.
Yeah, I was shocked. Don
It wasn't
Johnson's
like
really good in that film as well.
Yeah, again, yeah, everyone was great in that film. It shouldn't have been a film that should have been good. It was like, where have you been fucking hiding your acting skills? It's like, yeah, back to Uncut Gems. I was like, oh my god, you did fucking what was it? That really shit film that everyone hated. The one where he like
Ridiculous.
no, even shitter. It was the one where he dresses as like his own sister.
Oh, Jack
Yeah.
and Jill.
Yeah, he did Jack and Jill and then did Uncut Gems, and I'm like, okay, you could do that, and you just chose not to, I guess.
Well, he'd also done like Punch Drunk Love as well, so credit where credit's due.
He had
to-
done actual acting in the past before as well. I guess that's just not as much of a cash cow as his go-to comedies are.
Well, he's forgotten about all that now and signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix to put fucking Happy Gilmore 2 straight to streaming. So fucking, he's lost all credibility now to me.
If Netflix are going to pay for it, I don't blame him for getting the bag. I'm not watching those movies anyway. So
yeah, to be fair, he's not Daniel Day-Lewis, is he? He's not like getting into role every time. Like
nah.
five
No, but,
movies,
like,
5 Oscars done.
I think if he comes back like after like 20 more years and like wants to give the Oscars another shot, then I'm happy to see him come back for that. Because it's nice to see like someone get the bag, but also it's like, oh no, I can actually like genuinely act. Really,
You could have had
really
him in.
well.
You could have had him in Lincoln with Daniel Day-Lewis as a Lincoln's bodyguard, where he comes back from the toilet. He's like, "Oh shit! Oh no! oh no, man!
Oh,
getting on one of them phones that you have to crank at the side. Like you're not gonna believe it. I was gone like 2 minutes, Freddie. I swear."
Oh my God, John Wilkes Booth, what are you doing?
To be fair, I'd love to see him cast as Lee Harvey Oswald in a JFK remake.
JFK remake.
He's on the he's on the grassy knoll, Johnny.
Jackie, get out of the way of the bullet. Oh.
Jackie, get the fuck out of the way.
What is this bit? I drew a line in the sand about 15 minutes ago. The line has been crossed and then just worn away to the sands of time. I'm drawing a brand new line.
One? If you like that one, here's another. Why don't we have that? Why don't we have Adam Sandler in the lead of Patriots Day? He's like, they're dropping bombs over there, guys. There's a guy without a leg. You need to come
Why
here,
is
guys.
he a grouchy Bostonian all of a sudden?
He plays that role to a T, and you know it does. Him and Mark Wahlberg probably don't speak just because they're like, no, we need a comedic actor from Boston. And they're like, I'll do it, guys. I'll do it.
He's from New York.
There we go.
Well, Adam Sandler.
To be fair,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's from New York. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's Boston, isn't he? But Joe keeps doing a really strong Boston accent for his Adam Sandler impression. I'm not sure why.
oh, go on, tell me, like, some Americans, if they ever watch this, is going to be like, they're drastically different, and you don't know the differences between the accents.
In
It's
fairness,
like,
when they say that, like, oh, I love a British accent, it's like they mean like a
They mean Barnsley. They mean Barnsley.
Yeah. And
They
Bradford.
mean like the Piers Morgan. Yeah, well, they actually mean the
Piers Morgan was the
kind of,
only
like,
fucking
well-spoken.
person you could come up with, is what they want. I don't think anyone's thinking of
He's got the
fucking
well-spoken.
You could have had Hugh Grant. You could have had fucking
Okay.
yeah, Jude Law.
I
you
thought he
could
was
have had
halfway to
fucking-
Pierce Brosnan and then just like slipped
Yeah,
on.
And
Yeah,
then even if you did say Piers Brosnan, he's Irish, so there we go.
Anyway,
he's the one that, like, I think most Americans know who Piers Morgan is. Anyway.
No,
Yes.
why
Anyway.
the fuck would anyone know who Piers Morgan is over fucking Jude Law? Jude Law, Hugh Grant, Hugh Laurie, all the Hughes. You could have had them fucking all. And you went with fucking Piers Morgan. He don't even sound like a good British person. He don't even sound goodly British.
Goodly British.
What? Goodly British.
Why didn't we go with that for the name of the podcast?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, when I think of quintessentially English people, I don't think of King Charles. I don't think of any of them lot. Jude Law, whatever. No, I think of Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan is probably more famous to younger people now than like Jude Law and Hugh Grant and Hugh Laurie. So, let's be real.
Absolute bait that I would like to take on that one. I thought about it for a second, and I probably come to the conclusion that you may be right.
Yeah,
you both have very good points. I would say Joe probably has a better point. There are better examples than Piers Morgan. An even better point, however, is number 10 on this list.
Oh, yeah.
Which, dare I say, I'm drawing a line in the sand. Number 10 is your favourite movie of all time, Angus, Hereditary.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't hate that placement. I know that you guys don't like that film very much, but
Joe doesn't know what it is.
No.
Hereditary. You haven't seen Hereditary.
You haven't seen it. There's going to be one of these podcasts.
No.
Name for the podcast. You haven't seen it! ! Exclamation mark!
I'm not. Okay. All right. Let's move on from that one.
So it's,
I'm banning the
basically,
words.
it's terrible.
Seen it.
It is pseudo-intellectual hogwash, as is Midsommar. It doesn't have any tension. It just has a load of confusing moments that don't really add up to anything. You can never really be sure what's going on. It acts like it's better than the genre. It doesn't have any deeper meaning unless you make something up. It doesn't seem to have a point. Yeah.
It just sounds like me in a nutshell, and everyone I went to college with.
Yeah. That's like you're just shitting all over yourself all of a sudden, but yeah.
Oh yeah, anyone that went.
I'm vacuous as well.
Yeah, this movie you'd hate it. It's vacuous. It loves itself. It thinks it's better than it is. There's no substance to it.
Just describing music students.
Sounds like a film I want to go have a pint with.
Anyway, my number 10 on the as I've said, the list that's actually correct, the factually correct list. My number 10
analog paper
is Get Out. So
okay, fair. Yeah, no, I don't hate that placement.
We've crossed Get Out in the previous ep, right?
No. Well, not either of us have it in between 25 and 11. So is Get Out in the THR list? I'm assuming it is.
I believe it is. Yeah.
What's its ranking on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes?
Get Out high. I'll Google it now.
Yeah, it's one of those films that has like a lot of appeal, partly because it's a comedy as well.
Did you like it?
Yeah, well, I loved it.
It's a comedy. It's barely a comedy. It's got a couple of moments that are intended to be funny.
It made me get out of the cinema and go see something better.
Okay.
I'll accept the easy gag. Oh, it's a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is that audience rating or critic rating?
Critics. Audience rating is 86.
Yeah.
Roger Ebert said nothing because he's dead.
This is mostly an audio medium. It's just going to be dead silence after Joe brings out that corker.
Yeah.
Absolute knee slapper of this man is dead.
Roger Ebert gave it 2 shovels in.
Yeah.
That's a lot better. Well done.
Right. Anyway, what's your number 10, Angus?
My number 10 is, and yeah, I'm beating the pretentious
Superman
pseudo-intellectual. No.
Superman Returns.
It's The Descent. The Descent.
Oh yeah.
Great creature feature. Yeah. Fuck you. I'm absolutely just diarrhea dumping all over the allegations that I am this pseudo-intellectual horror lover. I
You've
love a
never
good
got
creature
that
feature.
allegation. You love some
I'm,
shite.
sa-
You
I'm
do.
saying these movies are pseudo-intellectual, not that your taste is. Just Hereditary and Midsummer.
Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine, man. That's fine. But yeah, the Descent, genuinely claustrophobic, genuinely frightening. Like I'm a bit claustrophobic myself, so it did actually hit me harder than it might hit other people. But also the creatures in the cave are genuinely spooky. It's a good time. It's not too long. It's just honestly, one of my few 10 out of 10 horror films. Like it's fantastic.
Yeah. It is a
You
brilliant
don't
one
look.
for all the same
Yeah.
reasons. It's go on, Joe.
You don't look claustrophobic, Angus. You look like you're living in a cupboard.
To be fair, the backdrop is just like a load of stuff's just been shoved in a spare room.
Your backdrop looks like you're ready for a car boot sale.
Okay, all right. Okay. Anyway,
I'm claustrophobic. I sleep in a drawer.
Swiftly moving on.
Number 9 on their list is The Conjuring, which
Overrated
is
as fuck.
just the fact that
Really?
that's above as all the previous movie, even for this list, putting the Conjuring in that position, in that
Even
placement,
I know
is
what the Conjuring
preposterous.
is.
I think the whole mass appeal, middling. Actually, wait. This list, I'm pretty sure, has a very, very art house horror film at the top of it,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. And sorry, the Conjuring is between Get Out and that one. That's it's. I get that like there's mass appeal, right? But then that completely
That doesn't mean
flies
good.
in the face of yeah.
No.
No, of course it doesn't. Avengers Endgame is the highest grossing movie of all time, and it's perfectly mid.
Mm. Yeah, The Conjuring is just so dull, middle of the road horror. It's such bollocks.
From
Yeah.
where this list is going, I can kind of see what was it. This was it that. Oh, I fucking forgot the name now. I probably have it right. I probably have it wrong. But seeing where this film's going, I'm gonna see what was that film? Was it The Strangers or something like that? The fucking with the fucking bags on their head and they just came
Yeah.
into that cunt's house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
home invasion.
that's gonna be on there somewhere. And I've never been bored of watching a fucking horror film, and I can tell you that's gonna crop up somewhere.
I thought it was terrible. I can't remember if it's on this list or not because we've seen the list
Fucking
ahead of
awful.
time, but we've forgotten everything on it. But yeah, that is absolutely dreadful. But again, the correct
Yeah.
answer. Dare I bring out my my acoustic
Sheet of wisdom.
writing implement?
Did you print that off yourself?
No, it's handwritten.
Oh,
you
man,
mean
there's a budget for this podcast.
Ernest Hemingway over here.
I had a pre-existing notepad and I wrote it down because I didn't want to open the tab on the screen on the recording to see my
Sure.
typed list. Anyway,
It was his notepad that he used to write down how many antidepressants he could take without killing himself.
that's just such a bad.
Yeah, like
No. Well, and he
that's
calls
not
it
even
he calls it
that's
his
not
Heath
even
Ledger.
That's not even. Oh.
Why are you intentionally in the mood to just destroy everything you know and love today? You're really
Yeah.
taking no
Oh,
prisoners at all.
Tell me that wasn't
Jeez.
funny though. Tell me that wasn't.
No,
funny.
that is funny. It's so
Fucking hell.
tasteless.
But no,
God.
that wasn't the use of this notepad. It's actually got nothing in it but this list. I don't know why I have it.
I know it was just a setup for the joke.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, number 9 is The Substance for me,
Number 9 is the substance. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Mine,
which we have covered
Substance
previously on
is-
your list.
Yes.
What do you mean?
number
What do you mean for you? Because I thought it was just a list we were all going off of.
What?
No. We're doing the Hollywood Reporter list. Then Tyso gives his. Then I give mine.
Oh, got you.
We're just giving our opinions on like rankings for specific films and like what we just generally think about them. That's the
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
Angus has already had The Substance on his list, so there's not a lot to say about it. But what's your number 9, Angus?
My number 9 is Saint Maud. I think that it is one of the best acted horror films there is of all time. I think that Morfydd Clark is a genuine star in the making, and she has been stuffed into one of the worst TV shows of all time. And
What's the TV show?
unfortunately, Rings of Power. She is Galadriel.
Never seen
Galadriel.
Rings of Power.
It's really Yeah,
I bet she's
not
really
so-
glad to be in that role.
Yeah, yeah. Gonna make the same
Nice.
joke. But yeah, it's not a good show. I really wanted to give that show the benefit of the doubt, slight tangent, but it's just it is not like the first season was a massive letdown. Well, can you be let down by something that you don't really have a lot of high hopes for, and it's Amazon?
Not really, because you never got to a peak of being let down from a platform.
That's true. But yeah,
All right,
I
then,
guess
well,
watching
number 8.
absolutely any.
one of the best acted horror film. It is very tense. It is a it is a metaphor, but not for trauma. It is not a metaphor for grief. It is basically playing on the fears of religious
Long name for a movie.
being dogmatically religious, and just how far faith can push a person. So I won't say any more. It's a good movie. Again, she is fantastic. It's one of the best acting horror performances that I've seen in quite some time. So, Saint Maud, again, you want to check it out.
Well, there's a little bit of crossovers also on this list, but higher up. I haven't seen it, so I've got nothing to say other than Angus has recommended it to me. Number 8, as I know this will be on yours as well, Pan's Labyrinth.
Actually, it's not. It's not because it's not a horror film. It isn't a horror film. It is a fantasy film that has tiny bits of horror elements. That's it. It's a fantasy war movie.
Who was the cast?
That is true, I suppose. The cast. It's a Spanish movie, you won't know.
I thought, and I'm thinking of fucking the other one with David Bowie.
Oh, Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Very different movie.
Similar name. Don't give me shit.
Yeah,
no, it's an understandable mistake, but it's a very different movie. But yeah, I would also agree. Yeah, probably not a horror movie. It's it's a bit spooky, but not because it's horror. It's fantasy mostly. Yeah.
The only person that you would know from Pan's Labyrinth is Doug Jones, who plays both the Pale Man and the Faun. And he has been in stuff like Hellboy, and he's been in like most of Guillermo's other projects. So that's where you would know Doug Jones from. He's one of those people who disappears into like makeup and costume, and you don't really
Guillermo
see.
That guy that's on Jimmy Kimmel?
No, it's not the same Guillermo. It's not the same Guillermo.
Might be. I don't know.
No.
How many Guillermos do you fucking know?
Imagine that. Jimmy's just like, what have you been up to the weekend, Guillermo? I just direct my movies. I just finished Pan's Labyrinth.
He does play a lot of like dark roles as well, so you can't knock me for thinking that. He does actually play some dark roles in some movies. I think he's even in Breaking Bad.
What are you talking? Wait, no. Guillermo del Toro is a director. He's not an actor.
Well, no, just saying, it might have crossed over. I don't know. I'm just using my fucking pea-brain knowledge here. I'm just shooting shit.
But yeah, I wouldn't put Pan's Labyrinth in any horror list like ever. It's kind of null and void. What about is it in yours or
no?
Okay, there we go.
But very good movie, but also not in mine. My number 8 was Don't Breathe.
Okay, yeah, no, Don't Breathe is
because it's fucking great.
It's
a solid movie. You what?
It's all shit.
Yes. It's a solid movie. It's a really unique original concept. I love that it's a completely original story. The acting is really good. It's shot brilliantly. Structurally fantastic. It's a perfectly gripping movie. It's got loads of cool set pieces and how they take advantage of the tight space and doing everything in an individual house. And the midway reveal is a bit lame, but still good. So overall, smashing movie. And again, that's one that got bumped up a few because of its entertainment value as well.
True.
Fair folks.
Would you like to do your number 8, Angus?
Number 8 is Robert Eggers' Nosferatu. This is not my highest ranking Robert Eggers film, but this is it's just such a good. Okay, when I said that Saint Maud has got one of the best performances in horror of this century, I think that Nosferatu has two of the best and 2 excellent supporting performances. The best performances go to Nicholas Hoult and Bill Skarsgård especially.
Yeah.
Bill Skarsgård is fucking this is the most transformative, excellent performance that I've seen from anyone since Heath Ledger. Like that's how high I think of Bill Skarsgård's performance as Orlok in Nosferatu. He is phenomenal, and the cinematography is gorgeous. The acting is great. The story is easy to follow. I understand like the language put a few people off, people who I spoke to about it, because they did like it other than that. But it's the period film, like it's going to be, slightly foreign to people, especially as it's set in Germany, in like the 18th century or the 19th century. I
I
can't
agree with
remember.
Nicholas Hoult on that one. I think he's another great actor that's like very diverse, and especially where he came from, just like being in a big TV show back in the UK as just a typical teenager, and now he's been like action movies, war movies, and horror films and stuff like that. I think he's like a really good actor that probably doesn't get. He's very famous, but he's not a household name. He's one of them guys that's like. I don't even think if you showed a picture of him to most people, they'd know who he was, but he's obviously in a lot of shit.
Yeah, he's also been. I mean, like his most recent one was Superman. He played Lex Luthor, and he fucking crushed it. But then I'm not surprised. He's a really great. Yeah, as you said, he's a really great actor.
He's a fantastic actor, and he's like one of them guys. He's like you're A-list somehow, where all the casting directors know who you are, but he probably can walk down the street absolutely unbothered.
I don't think that. I don't know if that's true, especially because when you're in like big summer blockbusters, you are more likely now to be recognized. He was in Mad Max Fury Road as I think Nux. I think the character was. He's the what a lovely day. The one spray painting his fucking mouth with the chrome. He's really good in that. Obviously, he's good in everything. He's just a talented bloke. Fuck him, actually. Just fuck him. Like
Oh,
just
too talented.
talented, handsome. Like well, just a piece of shit.
It's
Just
funny
an
as well
asshole.
because when
He's
when he first came about, his first role was Skins, and I
Yeah.
thought he was just a very run of the mill, boring teenage actor. Like I didn't think his character was that deep or anything. They tried to make it really deep and twisted and misunderstood, and there's a psychopath in there, and I didn't get that vibe. I'm like, he's just like any 17-year-old that I've ever met. That's a bit of a cunt. Like it didn't translate to me, but out of all of the cast in that. I didn't think he was going to be the one of them that would go on to have such a flourished career.
Yeah.
No.
He is good, though I was expecting you to say Skarsgård and Willem Dafoe.
No, Willem Dafoe is very good, but I expect that from him, and that's what I mean by like those two are great supporting. But him and Lily Rose Depp, who genuinely surprised me
I
after that.
I can't be asked.
No,
with
she was good. No, she was good. She was good in Nosferatu. Honestly, she
I
is
lost all
really good
credit
in
from
Nosferatu.
what was it? That
The
fucking
Idol.
series she did. Fucking abysmal.
The Idol.
Is
Yeah,
that
awful with
the weekend?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
weekends.
that's more the weekend's fault than hers, though. That's
Yeah.
not really her fault. But
Yeah, I'll
and
give her that, actually.
such a thing like that is just a vanity project for him, like his film with Jenna Ortega, where she is obsessed with him, like in The Idol, where a hot young actress was obsessed with him. This is basically him saying, "Women find me really attractive,
I mean, he's
and
not
I have
wrong.
to make sure
Annoyingly,
that people." Yeah, but like it's so obviously like vanity project shit that I'm
oh
surprised
yeah,
he isn't wearing a fucking black tank top and fucking shooting people the whole movie as well. It's so dumb and it's so
yeah.
transparent. I'm the tortured artist. No, you're a twat. You're a twat.
I did. I do hate vanity projects when like there's been a few of them that are banged. To be fair, like what was it in the original Bodyguard movie with Whitney Houston when it was like everyone finds her attractive, but she like finds the bodyguard like oh he's my one, and then like Barbara Streisand in The Star Is Born and Lady Gaga in the remake, and I'm like I know they're classic tales, and The Star Is Born the remake, I was like yeah it's fine, but the original's really good.
Okay, I haven't seen any of those, but fair enough.
Yeah, just another example of vanity projects in my head where I'm like, you could have got like somebody that wasn't a musician to do it, and I get that it is about a musician and all that stuff. I do get that, but I really like it when it's like about a musician, and it's like, oh, they've just cast someone that's not a musician, and we've seen them kind of flourish in something. That's why I liked Joaquin Phoenix in Walk the Line, and
Yeah,
I did like Timothy Chalamet in what was it, A Complete Unknown. I really thought because I liked seeing these guys have got more like notches in their belt than I thought.
I can see Tyso really wants to just focus, get back to the
Yeah.
conversation we were having.
Well, I'm sorry, but
The list.
7, isn't it? We're at now.
The list number 7 is Train to Busan.
Oh,
Which you have seen,
good
Jim.
movie.
yes, I have. You made me watch it after I got that train to Busan. I've been on that train to Busan. And I said to Josh, I was like, "Oh, what are you doing like on your tour?" And I was like, "I'm getting a train to Busan this day." And he's like, "Have you watched the movie Train to Busan?" I was like, "No." And he's like, "Watch it."
Yeah. Not in any way
so-
relevant to like what you were doing specifically. This is just a zombie movie, but
No,
it was a
not at
train
all.
and it was going to Busan. So that, obviously you have
and
to
I
watch
was on, and I was on a train to Busan. So there we go. I've lived that film.
Whereas Train to Busan is actually sick, so this is a rare W for this list because that's a really good movie.
And
One of
it's
the
a
best.
solid placement as well.
Yeah, there's one of the best Korean movies I've seen. Not the top, but it's still good. Korea gets out a lot of good horror bangers, especially in recent years.
It does. Yeah. It does.
I'll put it as one of the best zombie movies in general that I've seen. For just everything about it, basically. It's not better than Dawn of the Dead 2004, but it's
You always know with something out of Korea, it's going to be dark, but it's not going to be too dark. Like if it's a Japanese film, it's going to have some weird, old school 80s sci-fi twist, but that's just fucking freaky as shit, and potentially just horrible to watch and not enjoyable. But I feel like Korea is very classy freak out.
Yeah, I felt that with A Tale of Two Sisters, which I put at 13 on my list. That's a really sort of classic. It's almost gothic horror, sort of haunting film. Spoilers for the movie, I suppose. It came out in 2003. But
You should have watched it by now if you're not going to watch it.
that's a solid example of what you're talking about, where it feels a bit classier, in terms of like the kinds of scares that they go for. I agree.
I'm
I agree
going to
with you.
segue here into something I think is a very good little micro topic of films that should have been horror films but weren't.
Okay, go on.
I'm going to say
Alright.
it. Sweeney Todd should have been a horror film.
Oh, so do you think they should have lent more into it? Is that what you
Yeah.
mean?
I think
Okay, sure.
a musical was like a weird take on it. There's plenty of other things you could have done a musical about. Like you could have done a musical like, like Chicago-esque, which I think they went for, but a bit darker, like, and, all that crap. But, like, it just feels
it's
to me
always
like
been
there
a
was
musical, isn't it? You want them to just do it, but not as a musical, basically.
Well, yeah, that's not really an odd take, is it? That it should have been like, mix it up. Tim Burton's all about mixing it up and making it a bit more dark and twisted. And I feel like there's a lot of story there that they could have gone down. And I feel like it wasn't. It was predictable. It was explored in a very predictable way.
Yeah, I'd file Sweeney Todd as a horror movie, but a horror musical.
Yeah, that's what I would as well. Yeah.
I mean, it's very rare that I've never really heard of a horror musical before. I might be being ignorant and naive, but I think if I was going to say a horror musical, I think it's probably the only contender I can think of, unless you've got any other ones that I don't know.
Your take is that it would have just been better as just a straight up horror movie.
A straight up horror thriller, like, like I feel like a lot of people were put off the movie because a lot of the people saw the movie was coming out and they're like, oh, it's going to be fucking sick. And then it was like, oh, wait, no, it's like just kind of mainly a musical.
Do you think it's too low hanging fruit to say that Cats the Musical from 2019 is a horror musical?
Well, just because of James Corden's appearance.
I mean, just the whole look of the movie. ISO does not look happy with that one. No, that.
I completely agree with the sentiment. I don't see how it's relevant.
What was it? There was a
I mean, fuck
great
James
joke
Corden
there.
by all means.
Well,
The annoying part is, I think he is actually kind of a good actor in some films he's in. I do. If you go predating, like, if you go 2008 kind of era,
the problem is he did used to be very charismatic as a lovable working class lad in Gavin and Stacey. But he obviously wrote himself that way, which is, by the way, fine. I don't have a problem with that. But when he's like given other dramatic roles or even other musical roles, like he was in everything for a while, and it was really, really annoying. Like he was into that Into the Woods movie, he was in the Peter Rabbit movie, he was in like just dozens of shit. Just shit.
Side actor, really usually voicing a side character in an animated movie for every animated movie that came out for about 10 straight years.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I did hate that. I did hate the fact that he was just in everything all the time. When he's been in some great movies, like he was in there's a really good movie called Telstar that he was in from like 2009, I think. It's quite a dark movie about like a record producer in the 60s, and he was fucking sick in that. And then like, I mean, lesbian vampire killers, you can't really be mad at. I mean, it's shit film, but you can't be mad at what they were trying to do.
I am, because it's just abysmal in basically every way. Um, I think they just saw Shaun of the Dead like the previous movie, previous year, and were like, oh, should we do a horror comedy? Except by dismissing everything that made Shaun of the Dead good and just did some
Yeah.
shit instead. It seems like a hollow cash grab with a trash movie.
I think
And an actor is a
those
cunt,
two.
so
I think those two, what was it, Matthew Horn and James Corden, at that time were being penned as a brilliant double act because they were in Gavin and Stacey and they had their own sketch show. I think they were
Which is
penned
terrible.
by. Yeah, the sketch show was fucking awful.
Yeah.
They were penned like in the British press before they did that. They were like, oh, these guys could be like the new Morecambe and Wise, the new Mitchell and Webb. Like they're gonna be like penned as these stuff. And I think they got too big for their boots, thinking, oh well, we're like Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, but we're the comedy generation. So if we're like really big in this comedy and people are liking what we do, why couldn't we do what they did in Shaun of the Dead? And I think they were probably banking on having a much more longevity in it than what they actually got.
Yeah, because James Corden wrote Gavin and Stacey, like he created Gavin and Stacey. He's
Co-wrote.
he's well, yeah, sure. Well, yeah, with his with Ruth Smith, I think it was.
Ruth Jones.
But like, oh, sorry, Ruth Jones. Sorry, yeah. It's like Ricky Gervais. Like you did one really, really good show, and Gavin and Stacey and The Office are both really good shows.
They
But then
are.
after that, it's just been pure shite, absolute dog shit. And it sort of just makes you wonder. It's like who was the talent in that sort of partnership? I reckon Stephen Merchant was like the talent in the Ricky Gervais Stephen Merchant partnership for The Office.
Absolutely agree with that fully, to the point where everything Ricky Gervais has been in or he's directed or co-produced on, I feel like has been shit. He's not done one movie that I've enjoyed at all, and if it has been, it's been David Brent, which he had Stephen Merchant back on for. I've got a lot of shit that I don't like about Ricky Gervais. I think he's a bit of a prick.
Yeah, agreed.
you're
But,
not
like,
alone in that, to be fair.
Not for the reasons that people think. I'm not like, oh, he just says things for shock value. Not all. The thing I don't like about him is, and tell me if I'm just wrong on this at all. I think he's a very good coattail rider of people's talent.
Yes,
I
agreed.
feel like and so Stephen Merchant as well. I think they're both equally to blame. I think what they did to Carl Pilkington was really cunty. Like he got paid not a great deal for that. He doesn't have any writing credits, directing credits, or anything like that. I know he didn't direct it, but like those two were the ones that went and collected the Emmys and went and collected all the fucking BAFTAs for it. He said many times he hasn't got one of them, and I'm like, he basically, you made the concept. I get that, but it's his like quick wit and interesting view on the world that made it interesting, and I feel like they just threw him under the bus, and he wasn't paid very well either.
Yeah, I don't know the extent to which that's true, but I mean, bad if it is. But I do agree that certainly Stephen Merchant seems to be the better character writer. Gervais is objectively good at writing gags, but as far as it being an unequal partnership, I mean, Steve Merchant himself says no. It says that it's very
Sure.
much 50-50. So I'd sooner go with what he said.
Probably just a good chemistry, like, you know, two people bring out good things in each other, and then when one of them tries to go solo, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, maybe. Well, anyway,
But I think Steve
this is a
Merchant's
movie
like,
podcast.
They've done
Bring it
movies.
back once again. This is a movie podcast.
They've done movies.
Yeah, not very good ones. But if I could turn your attention to the factual list of good movies, we'll continue our list. So, seven. My number 7 was Ready or Not, because it's great.
Yes, great movie.
Great movie,
2019
shit
was
game.
2019 was a really, really, really good year for films, just generally. Obviously, you had my favorite film, top film on this list, on my list.
Superman.
No, 25. It also came out in 2019, so we will get back to that year in a bit. But Ready or Not is a fun film. It's just really fun. Samara Weaving is a perfect scream queen. She's one of the best modern ones for sure. She's a great final girl. And they are making a sequel, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
It did end perfectly, but I'm just like, I can see another story coming about from this, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm also psyched for the sequel. I don't know fucking anything about it, but I just know it's a narrative sequel. So don't even know if it's the same characters. Is Samara Weaving even in the sequel?
I think she will be, yeah. I think she will
Alright.
be.
Well,
Don't you
jobs are
always
good
feel
then.
like a letdown to any form of horror is usually a bit shit, or they get shitter, should I say? They just do tend to get shitter.
Well, is it, over the course of sequels?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, big time.
That's because usually, like, a concept for a horror film usually only really lasts for the length of that film, and like the thing is that like slashers, you can do like anything, like as long as the kill's creative, who gives a shit? But if you have a unique concept, you kind of try and make the most out of it in the first outing of the film, unless of course you're planning around a trilogy or however many you're doing.
I feel like
if you,
Saw was the worst one for that, when they just would not fucking leave it. And that's definitely going to be high up on this list. You just know it.
I'm
Well,
fine with 2 and 3, but after that it does get a bit like a
Yeah, a trilogy's fine. I'm not going to shit on a trilogy. It's like one
Yeah.
of the oldest concepts in film, and they
I
always
was
tend to
going to
work.
say 1 and 10. I'd say because Saw 2
10
is
is really
very
good.
good as well, but Saw X was probably the best in the series, bar the original movie.
Sure. I don't hate that placement. Yeah. I still think it's fourth. We'll do a Saw ranking another time.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
just go through like horror franchises or whatever.
Yeah.
But
So you're number 7 then.
my number 7 now. This, I think, arguably is one of the only films that you could sort of do an nah whether or not it's a horror. But Mandy, starring Nicolas Cage.
Couldn't get into it.
I would say that it is I mean, it's definitely a revenge thriller, but I would also put it in a horror because it does have like those supernatural elements. It is genuinely uncomfortable at times. The bit where she's tripping out because they've injected her with like the wasp sting with LSD laced in it. That sequence is really fucking like tense, and it's like, yeah, I was not scared, but I was very uncomfortable for a lot of that film for sure. So. Horror, I think, is a fair label to place on Mandy.
That's a fair one. I like the idea of a film that might not be a horror, might be a horror. Like, I've always thought, what was it? The World's End was technically a horror.
Yeah, I mean, you could call it a sci-fi action horror for sure, because God, horror is so broad that you could put a lot of films in it. I'd say that Pan's Labyrinth is a fantasy film that has like slightly scary scenes in it, but that's not a horror. But you could say that the World's End is a horror because the concept of like humanity being taken over and destroyed slowly.
Is it one of them things where the comedy overrides the horror factor because you're so engrossed in the comedy that it's no longer a horror?
I think by just any definition, it's not a horror, is it? I mean, it has some it's a dark movie. It has some spooky moments, but it's like an action. Well, I say action, sci-fi action comedy, isn't it?
Sci-fi action.
Would you consider Shaun of the Dead a horror or just a parody of a horror?
It's a horror comedy.
Fair. Because I'd say they're both just as haunting as each other.
Yeah, I'd say Shaun of the Dead leans more into the horror element than The World's End. The World's End leans more into the sci-fi element.
When was this list written? Because I just know that 28 Days Later is going to be on here, 29 years later or whatever.
28 days for sure.
The list from that we're referencing, the Hollywood Reporter, was like the last few weeks or something it was written.
Oh yeah, that's going to be on there. I'm just waiting for that.
It prompted us to. In fact, it's actually what prompted us to do this was seeing which films weren't horror films on that list and went, hang on a sec, let's do our own.
Yeah,
that was the whole point.
Speaking of which, the 6th one is 28 Days Later at number 6.
Yeah, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
Okay,
I mean, it is
enough.
A brilliant movie, to be fair. That again, a rare W. That's actually a good choice.
Yes,
I won't knock that one. I 28 weeks later didn't rate it and haven't seen the next one. So
28 years later is very good. I was talking about this with a mate of mine. The ending is so divisive, but I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I loved it.
was there an option for a sequel without spoiling it?
Yes.
Okay.
It leads very much into a sequel. In fact, like if this failed, if 28 years later failed, which obviously it was never going to happen, but if it failed, that would have absolutely fucked the ending. But I think when these days when you think of like making a film and you do an ending like that, you have to be like sure that there's going to be a sequel to it.
Yeah. I,
So yeah,
there's a lot to praise about 28 Days Later, just in
yeah.
the fact that I love budgetary constraints where they've made it
Mhm.
look like it's got much more of a budget than it had. Like,
Mhm.
and the little nuances on the director's commentary when I watched that, it was like there's the scene where the Land Rover's going down the motorway, and there's no one else about, and it's just supposed to be dystopian and like everyone's gone but us. And Danny Boyle was like, yeah, we obviously couldn't afford at the time to film that shot by closing the motorway, so we waited till 4 a.m. on Christmas Day.
Mm.
And I
Yeah,
was like,
they
that
did it
getting
often at like 3 or 4 in the morning on like a Tuesday or something in the
and
summer,
it
so
had
it
to
was
be,
only just
yeah,
light, and
I
they
was like, it had to be in summer as well, or like on Christmas for the night shots to make sure no one was there. He's like, oh, like a single car could ruin it.
yeah.
And I'm like, that is the fact that you couldn't afford to like do the motorway and you had to pay actors that much money to come out on Christmas to do that.
Because they did have people out on the roads still, in case like a single car or just a taxi or something came by, and they just got some people to like really politely ask if they could actually go around another way. um, but
Yeah, I
there was
love
only
that
like one
about
or
that film.
two cars that would come by the whole time, and they
Isn't there
intentionally
like a
got
shot?
hot younger women to stand around and ask people to move.
Yeah, I love shit like that. The fact that it was just like the get around. They didn't just go, yeah, we paid some like the council to close the motorway. It's like, no, we had a plan
Yeah,
involved. It was like, what was it on London Bridge as well? They didn't. They I don't know how true this is. I read that they waited till the morning after, like, was it like the World Cup or something? So the bridge was like littered and shite, and no one was around to film on like London Bridge.
I don't know about London Bridge. I know Westminster Bridge with the famous
That's the
shot
one.
with him with Big Ben. That was
That's the one. I always get those two confused.
I believe that was just one that they did at a really awkward time in the middle of the week, to make it as empty as possible, or like as minimal as possible. Like as some things would go by in the background, and they just like mask it out or something in post.
What was the budget for that movie? A couple of mil.
Well, we'll find out. Yeah. Not a lot.
Because you see a lot of films. I'll give that one its crown for being
Five
like you would.
million,
GBP
5 million
5 million,
pounds.
but I've got
Yeah,
also 8 million here, so I don't know how much it actually is.
Probably
that's
adjusted for
eight
inflation.
million US dollars.
Oh yeah, £5 million. Yeah, I misread
Also,
that.
how could Danny Boyle not pull a bigger budget on that movie when he'd done like Train Spotting and actually had a reputation for pulling good films out? Then again, he had a reputation for pulling good films out with fuck all budget, so that's probably why they didn't give him
They
much.
wouldn't have needed much of a budget. Would have not helped a great deal more. You think it would all with locations and stuff, but by getting the locations, part of the way they were able to do it was because they were shooting on camcorders, where you could just fold it out, put it on a little rig, and have the whole shot set up very quickly and get, like 3 or 4 minutes of usable footage in a space of only 20 minutes instead of having to
What
take like
they
two
can't have been
hours
just
to set
filming
up a
on
shot.
like they can't have just been filming on like handy cams from Argos. It must have been like some like credible like it's just a really good camera that's available to the public because it
Yeah,
looked great. Still.
they shot on camcorders, but I can't imagine it was a Panasonic Handycam or some shit. I don't know the specific
Yeah,
brand, but it was
Panasonic
just on
handy cam
camcorders
with
that
a
you.
green night vision.
Yeah, but certainly something that they is very commercially
I'd imagine
available and they
something
set
like
up very quickly.
those big kind of like Sony jobbies that you always just see in like 90s skater videos, something of that caliber maybe.
Probably. I'll Google it, shall
I'm very curious now as I want to know like how accessible they were. If it's actually like Panasonic Handycam 308, like
I?
fucking Hitachi Handycam.
Yeah, 28 Days Later was filmed on a digital mini DV camera capable of 480p definition.
Fucking hell. So it was pretty shit.
Yeah, the first thing that comes up when I looked it up was a Reddit post complaining that the movie is unwatchable on new TVs because the quality is just so shit for a 4K
I've
TV.
heard that's why it wasn't on streaming services for a very long time. Because and it still isn't, I don't think, because it just didn't look that good, and it was like, if you want to watch it, put it in your DVD player.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It still wouldn't
Which
look
would
that
then-
good on a big modern TV. If you got it on a smaller telly, I suppose, or a
A
smaller
CRT,
resolution
like I was
TV.
saying the other day, with a CRT, some things just look better. It's like trying to hook up a new games console, like an old games console to a new telly. They weren't built for it. They look shit.
Well, you won't have to hook up all the way back to a CRT. Just an LCD 1080p telly, and it will still look passable. It's only when you get into the 4K region, which basically all TVs are now, where the pixel density is so low, it just looks fucking dog shit. But anyway,
Yeah.
my
cracking
number
film.
6 was The Descent, which we've
Ah,
covered
okay.
already. But yeah, just put it up a bit
no,
higher
no,
than
no.
Angus because obviously my list is the correct one. So we can just
Okay, no,
brush
fair
past that,
enough.
I suppose.
Oh, I do have one. I don't know if Angus has saw it. I know you've
Oh,
already
well.
seen it, Josh, because you told me about it. I wouldn't add it to my list. If I was doing it, it'd be like,
The list, he says, he's got 2 movies.
the least. Well, I've got 3 now. Severance.
With
with
Danny Dyer.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, come on, it's brilliant. It is. It is.
Pretty. Is it like, what's his name? Tim McKinney or whatever his name is, the fella from Blackadder.
McInerney.
Steps on a landmine, and then that's the one. And he steps on a landmine, and like the terrorists are going by, and they're just like, "Puh, puh," and he just like, oh, for God's sake, just steps off the land, just fucking blows them up. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
it was
bang.
the one that
does
really
have its
got the leg in the fridge.
Mm.
Yeah, it does have its moments for sure.
It was a fun film.
I did enjoy it. It's the final act is stupid as shit, but up until that point, it was a fun
whether
movie.
in the forest, like with the fucking AK-47s having that big stand down.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
a bit
I
of
mean-
nonsense. The first 2 acts, however, were very fun. I haven't seen it in bloody years, though, so I'll have to revisit that.
You weren't watching for the plot. I remember I just went to your house one night after school. Did we get it from Blockbuster? That's showing
No.
our age. Or did you already have it?
I just had it.
I
No,
thought it was
because
that time-
once every 6 months, ever since then, for about 10 years, you would ask me, what was that movie we watched at yours with the guy
Yes.
puts the leg in the fridge? I'd be like, Severance. And then I could have just set a reminder in my calendar for exactly 6 months later, and you'd be like, what was that
Remind
movie
Joe
we watched?
about that film.
And it just went on for close to 10 years, I'd say. You asked me so many times. But yeah, this time you've magically remembered. It was Severance, Joe.
Yeah.
he puts the leg in the
people
fridge
always
there, Joe.
I was expecting a bit of clapback from everyone going, "Oh, you mean this Severance?" Because there's obviously another much more famous movie called Severance now.
True.
Is
But
it
the fact that
TV
Angus
show?
was like, "Oh, you mean the one with Danny Dyer?" I was like, "Oh, I expected a bit of clapback."
No, unlike you lads, I'm not gonna just shame people for their taste in films. And say, oh, this is shit or this is crap. It's like, no, just you like what you like. I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum.
I'm not
No,
shaming
like
the
just-
audience, I'm shaming the filmmakers.
That'd be a fucking
You
shit
like whatever you
podcast
want.
if people disagreed. I mean, what a fucking shit podcast that'll be. It's like, oh, yeah, no, good choice, man. Yeah, wicked choice. Yeah.
Well, I'm the good cop. You guys are the bad cops. Just absolutely terrible. Turn their body cam off, kind of cops. You know.
Oh,
Yeah, to be fair,
blimey.
Yeah. Two cops either side just beating you to death.
Yeah.
God.
Because I'm the one who reports for corruption. You guys just fucking whack me or something.
Well,
but yeah.
you know what? You do have a much broader taste than I say myself, definitely. Where you give most things a go, whereas I would love to just shit on them.
Okay. So my number 6. This is the film that every one of you has been waiting for. It's obviously Hereditary. Hereditary is one of my favorite films of all time.
Oh, God.
You know what,
I
Angus?
love- I
That
love
is your
this
opinion, and you're entitled to it.
No,
Oh,
no, I
you
draw the
change-
line. This
change-
is an opinion you're not entitled to. I will not allow this opinion. The fact that you put that in the top
This-
5 is a travesty of justice.
I have said about Saint Maud and Nosferatu that they have some of the best horror performances of all time. This has the best horror performance of all time with Toni Collette. She is incredible. This is it is the performance that everyone refers to as the horror performance that got snubbed simply because it's a horror performance and only because it's a horror performance. She is a tour de force in this movie. Now, are there other enjoyable aspects to this film as well? Yeah, but am I more of a acting, performance appreciating sort of guy when I look at a film? Yes, that is my number one thing. More so than story, more so than plot structure, more so than cinema. All of that. As if the acting is on point, I'm just like I'm sold. Right? She is incredible. She sells grief so well in so many different ways, from like screaming in pain to the dinner table scene where she is absolutely undressing Alex Wolff verbally. And you also, by the way, Gabriel Byrne in this film is just like defeated looking throughout the whole movie. He's great as well. He really is. And again, Alex Wolff, like he's been in like a couple of the runner-ups on my list, like A Quiet Place Day One. He's really good in this film. Um, it is weird how he decided to go with like method acting for this film, but sure, fine, whatever.
What method
Um,
acting did he do?
well, he was just like the doesn't break character, um, while he's on set. So I don't
Yeah,
like
method
that.
acting is just
That's
where
not
you're
the
in character
Jared
the whole time.
Leto-esque thing, is it?
Yeah. But it was just like you don't need to do method acting for this kind of role because it's very much a supporting role, especially when you sort of try and have to contend with a veteran like Toni Collette. Like she is, like again, she is, wow, chef's kiss.
It's a
Excellent.
fine performance. It's not amazing. It's very good by all means, but it's not. It's not like I watched the movie and was like, "Oh, absolutely robbed of that acting Oscar." Yeah, but then maybe I was just too distracted by the quality of the movie itself.
What has any fucking horror ever won an Oscar? Silence of the
Yeah,
Lambs
those.
don't count.
What do
Silence
you
of
mean
the
the
Lambs
Silence of
done
the Lambs doesn't
5.
count? Has any
Well, it's
movie
just
ever won an Oscar apart from this movie that won loads of Oscars and was a horror movie?
Uh,
I don't know if that worked.
if you're talking about best picture or best acting performance, there have been a couple of, I think, supporting performances that have won Oscars. But and like obviously you get like hair and makeup gets the odd one here and there, but I don't think horror has won Best Picture since Silence of the Lambs, and I don't think it did before either. It's been nominated a few times. You got like Get Out, you had The Substance, obviously most recently. You had what was that? The Exorcist was nominated for Best Picture. You do have the odd one here and there, but it's so very rare that Oscar gets its roses, and it does need to be more
Well, it's not
appreciated.
the only
Yeah.
genre that gets snubbed a lot, is it? Like a lot of
Comedies as
genres
well.
get
As
snubbed.
well. But then
Comedy
comedies
gets
don't have
snubbed a lot.
a lot of quality, as it don't have as consistent a quality as a lot of horror movies do. I've never. Very seldom do I watch a comedy and I'm like, oh, this should have been a sweep, like,
Oh,
or
you
this
just
should have
know
even got
Naked
one.
Gun's gonna fucking Naked Gun's just going to clean up this year because I think
Not
it's
the
the only
Oscars. Not the Oscars. It's not going to. No.
I think
Liam
it will.
Neeson. No, Liam.
What do you
said
mean
this
they
before,
don't have a
before you
comedy category at the Oscars? They famously don't give
It'll get
awards
put into
to
something
comedies
else.
or
It'll
horror.
be like it'll be best leading actor. I guarantee you. I think they'll give Pamela Anderson a roses just because like she's been in the media a lot about how terrible the industry's been to her, and she does deserve it. And how like her climb up's been bad, and the press for the movie's been very good. I think one of them's going to get like best leading actor.
I
All right,
think for the
well, I
Golden
want to lock
Globes.
in right
The
now. I
Golden
think
Globes,
that's a
yeah.
dismal prediction, but I may be eating my words. Who knows?
You cut out there. What did you say?
I'm locking it in right now that this may be a very dismal prediction. One of the worst predictions, in fact, of all time. Dare I say? It's that's not going to happen. But if it does,
I think. I
I'll
think if you
eat
look
my
at
own shit.
Golden Globes performances, yes, I think they will get nominated for sure for Golden Globes. They may even win in terms of like the comedy bit, right? Because Liam Neeson is fantastic in The Naked Gun. However, Oscar, no, because they never award comedic performances. They never do it. Never.
No,
It's only
true.
dramatic performances.
What I just see something happening because the quality of films this year, to me personally, hasn't been fantastic, and I think it's just a good film.
That itself is true, but there are plenty of like Oscar bait films that will get nominated, like stuff that we've never even seen or heard of will
What
get
Oscar bait
nominated.
films have there been this year? Because obviously it's not like a Green Book year or like a complete unknown year, is it? Or is that due for its Oscars?
Hang on, what films came up? I think Sinners will get nominated for Best Picture, and that would be like good genre film to get nominated.
Yeah.
I think Michael B. Jordan might even get nominated for best lead actor.
Yeah, because he played two
Who-
twins, didn't he? They love that shit, no?
Yeah. Well, they
Unless
didn't.
it's the
They
movie Legend, in which case they
Yeah,
did
I
not.
was
Yeah.
going to say they did not give that its
Well, that was a
at all.
bad
Which,
movie, though.
yeah,
That was
in
a
fairness,
shite film.
Tom Hardy was in a much better movie that year, which was The Revenant, and he got nominated for that. So
Mm.
Yeah.
that seems more fitting. Let's see.
I just want a
Revenant's
movie
still
about.
trash, as far as I'm concerned.
I want a movie about like gangsters and criminals that actually doesn't glaze them and make them just fucking look amazing to every fuckhead that drives a leased Land Rover.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
true. They always paint them too nicely. Well, not always, but often paint them too nicely.
Yeah, it's always British films that do it as well. Like where it's like, oh yeah, like the legends of the East End. It's like fuck off.
Yeah,
They were
and yeah,
pedos.
the endless YouTube channels of random old men pretending that they knew them back in
Yeah.
the day when they were
Yeah, it's like, I
bank
know Ronnie
robbers.
and Reggie. I used to deliver groceries to their mothers when they were in the nick at Wormwood Scrubs, and he said to me one day, "You need anything, mate? You've got it." And it's like, "Shut up and die. Shut the fuck up and die." Like,
Fair.
I'm just sick of fucking crippled old gangsters that probably didn't do shit back in then. Even if they did, who the fuck cares, mate? Oh, what? Yeah, shut down a chip shop for protection money. You're cool, aren't you?
I think the only getting back to the point that we were making. I think there are only two out of the films that I've seen, at least. There are only two films that are like surefire Academy darlings, and that is Sinners and The Phoenician Scheme. Just because it's a Wes Anderson film, it always gets nominated for something.
Yeah, to be fair,
Yeah.
anything Wes Anderson just looks great, doesn't it? And it's just proper like, oh, it's pretty and it's nice. We'll give it an Oscar.
I think cinematography would be deserved for this film. I didn't like Asteroid City at all. I thought it was absolute pretentious bollocks. But Phoenician Scheme was a good movie and a very good looking one. And Benicio del Toro is he's very good in it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he got nominated this year for that film. So, but Liam Neeson would not win. If he didn't win, for
he's not
Schindler's
going to
List.
win an Oscar. The Naked Gun isn't going to get
Yeah.
nominated for any Oscars.
I'm making a controversial bet, and I've made worse bets and lost. So I'll sit on my own hat if this one doesn't come true.
By all
Okay,
means.
fair enough.
Well, number 5 then. The Host, which I've not seen.
I have not seen it either. I've heard
I
it's
have
very
also
good.
not seen it.
I know The Host, the American horror movie that's like the Zoom call horror movie.
Yeah,
Oh, the one that got memed to shit. It's like, is anybody there? And it pops up in the middle. It's like,
no, it's not that one. It's the Bong Joon-ho 2006 creature feature. I think.
how many fucking Zoom based horror movies are there?
Because there's Unfriended, which is actually good. The Host, which apparently is also good, but I haven't seen. And then there's this Host, which is a South Korean movie.
I was Unfriended any good? I didn't actually watch that. I saw a lot of memes.
I liked it back
they
in the
just
day. I
happen
don't
to-
know which one that meme's from, but
Yeah, they just happen to have the same name. It's not like a remake of the Korean creature feature film. But there's also, what was it, the Small Windows, which stars Stasha Grey of all people and Elijah Wood. So, yeah, I think it's called Small Windows. It's basically
do like
about a dude
Elijah
who
Wood.
was like, yeah, Elijah Wood's a solid actor. He is in, no, he produced Mandy, which obviously is one of my favorites. So I do respect him for his love of horror. He clearly likes it, maybe even more than we do. Well, I say maybe more than we do, definitely more than we do. But he's definitely put his fingers in a lot of pies in terms of like the horror genre as a
Joe
whole.
just giggling. I knew someone was going to giggle at that, and I knew that someone would be Joe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, this is a movie podcast.
So The Host is number 5. Did you say?
Yeah, mine is Shaun of the Dead.
Okay, sure, fair enough.
Cracking choice.
Solid movie. Do we even need to go over Shaun of the Dead? I think everyone knows that.
We all
film at this
fucking know
point.
Shaun of the Dead.
I mean, it's iconic, isn't it? It's just, the gags are in there. It's funny. It's part of a great trilogy. Probably one of the greatest British trilogies of all time.
Yeah,
one of the
I'd
best
say
British
that, yeah.
movies of all time, probably. I'd put it as just
I can't tell you a film that beats it. And if I was going to tell you a film that beat it, it'd probably be Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, which is fair. That's my favorite out of the three as well. So yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, then again, you could argue like some cunt's gonna be like, "Oh, you never watched any Monty Python films, you cunt." And it's like,
It's like yeah,
Right.
but they're like just comedies. Like they're not like well crafted like genre blending pictures. Like they're great comedies, but that's kind of it. You know.
Yeah.
My number five. My number five is 28 Days Later. So we're all around the same page for
Yeah.
that movie. So that's fine.
we are. I just like
so,
shitting
yeah.
on you because it was just funny to hear you like defend Danny Boyle like he was your stepdad.
If he was my stepdad,
sidebar with Shaun of the Dead. Actually, that's now officially classic status. Officially,
Is it?
because it was recently re-released for its 20th anniversary. And so having a re-release that long after, I put that as okay. This is a classic movie.
You know what? I give them fucking credit. I give Nick Frost, Simon Pegg, and Edgar Wright their fucking flowers on that one because everyone's been like, "Can we have a sequel to Shaun of the Dead? Can we have a sequel to Hot Fuzz or World's End?" And they've just been like, "No, enjoy them for what they are."
Yeah.
Like
fair play.
Edgar Wright does, and Simon Pegg and Nick Frost do not bow down to any form of pressure of going, "This would be an amazing cash grab." They just go, "No, it's been done. Live with it."
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
so the
have a lot
sequel
of
would be completely
self-restraint,
pointless.
Yeah, and you know what? Even I would say it wouldn't be completely pointless. I think there's plenty with every single one of them films that you could do as a fucking sequel, and they could probably write it amazingly, and it'd probably go down amazingly.
I mean, it's because they've made films that are very popular within genres that are typically like you associate them with Americans, and unlike Americans, they seem to have a lot of self-restraint. So that's I think that's maybe
Yes.
yeah. But yeah, Shaun of the Dead, yeah, iconic. Not going to argue with that position at all, especially if it's in people's top five.
Mhm.
The reason it isn't in my top 25 is because to me it's too much of a horror comedy. If I was going for like straight horror, which which will be a point of contention for my number four.
Mm.
But we'll get to that in a minute. But Shaun of the Dead is too evenly split, so that's why.
All right.
Fair
I
enough.
suppose that's a fair assessment. I disagree, but fair assessment.
Yeah, I
Number
think it can be a great
4.
horror and also a comedy without just being like no, too much of a comedy.
Well, number 4 on the list here is The Babadook, which is a very fair take, as it's a bloody excellent movie. I'm skipping mine for the records. My number 4 is 28 Days Later, and what need be say about that we haven't?
No, I mean, I think 28 Days Later is like ultimately like the film that I was like, yeah, we can all agree it's not the best, but it belongs in the top five. Like it belongs in that kind of area of like great horror films, undeniably great horror films. Also has a lot of like universal appeal. I don't know anyone who sort of goes, no, shit. No,
Yeah.
it's just one of them. It's undeniably good. So
Yeah.
glad we got that.
But not as good as The Babadook. Because that's just solid in every way. There's a movie about a metaphor for grief that's actually done well and is actually good and solid performances again. It's genuinely scary at pretty much every juncture. It's super gripping and entertaining. All of the technical elements are sound. The writing is great. Its characters are more unique kind of characters instead of fitting predetermined archetypes of characters done in previous movies. So, brilliant. Everything about it is brilliant.
I have not finished it. I started watching it with Jacob, but then we just started chatting about like horror in general. So I will finish that at some point. I'll rewatch it. So
I've never gotten through a film halfway and then gone, I'll finish this later. I'll just sit and watch the whole thing.
Yeah, if I'm enjoying it, I'll finish it. But if it's shit, I'll often turn it off. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Jacob isn't as big a horror film. Well, he isn't as big a film fan as we all are. So like, he's happy to sort of talk in the film, and I'm like, no criticism leveled at him.
Can you shut the fuck up, Jacob? For fucking
Hey, Jacob, keep your fucking thoughts to yourself for a second. Let Angus finish his goddamn
Jacob,
movie.
I know you were starring in this film because you fucking seem like you are to me. Got the biggest speaking role of the fucking film. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realise we were watching the director's commentary. Apparently, someone the most important person.
Fucking commentary from you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I'm expecting to see your name at fucking full front of the poster for the amount you're fucking yapping through this.
Okay, so Toy Story, you're number 4. You're number 4. Let's move
mine
on.
is well, mine's 28 Days Later, isn't it? What was yours?
Mine is Get Out, which is where I was just like, there's a bit of contention. It is mostly horror, like, and it is such a great concept done really fucking well. Like, we've obviously talked about it a bit, but it was completely fresh idea. Jordan Peele clearly loves the genre. I was tempted to put Nope as my number. Oh no, Nope is number 25. So, I am a big fan of Jordan Peele. I didn't like Us. I think that film overplayed its hand. I think like the twist upon the twist upon the twist upon the twist. I'm like, okay, all right, just you can play it fairly straight, like it's fine. But fuck, just spoiled number 3. Get Out came out at exactly the right time. It came out just as the Trump presidency started, when obviously like social tensions in America were getting a bit more fraught. It is a funny film, but the contention obviously would be: is it a horror comedy? I don't think it's as much of a horror comedy. It's mostly horror, and it is executed incredibly well.
Is your thing, if it wasn't that funny, it was like a comedy, but it wasn't making me laugh as much as it should have, it goes back into the genre of horror. But if it's making me belly laugh, I'm like, I know it's a horror comedy.
I didn't say it wasn't funny, but like it isn't as much of a comedy. Like it's nowhere near as much of a comedy horror as say like Shaun of the Dead or Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Like it has funny moments in places, but it's more of a.
It has its humorous moments, but it is not a comedy by any stretch of the imagination. I'd say it's not.
How is also what Scooby-Doo movie on this list?
Well, that was a bomb. First bomb of the podcast.
Wasn't a joke. Wasn't a joke. I'm saying subjectively, I guess that is a horror.
Is it?
Scooby-Doo. The whole fucking premise is about fucking ghosts and ghouls and shit.
I'm not sure I know what your point is. I'm not sure you know what your point is.
Silence is more deafening than the bomb. But anyway, we'll move on to number 3.
The doubling down on the bomb. I admire the doubling down on the bomb. More of that.
Google it. I bet you Scooby-Doo class as a horror. Fuck you.
I'm pretty sure it's not. Is it? we're gonna sail right on with this one.
It's a family comedy. That's what I would refer to it as.
Yeah.
You name me a family comedy. You name me another family comedy in a haunted house.
I think The Haunted House with one of the Wayans brothers, isn't it, or Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy.
I didn't know. I didn't know about that film. So whatever. Moving on.
Anyway, number 3. I was elected to read, not to listen to Scooby-Doo. Number 3 is Let the Right One In. There you go. Another solid choice. That was previously on my list, although high up it was number 14 for me. But at number 3, absolute fucking joke. Not even close to the number 3. What?
No, I have not seen.
Cock.
I've not seen Let the Right One In. I haven't seen the remake either. It's called Let Me In. I haven't seen that either. So, I've got nothing to say about Let the Right One In. I've heard it's a vampire movie. You've briefly glossed over it, I think.
Yeah, it's the remake's good as well. Depends which one you saw first. I saw this one first.
What's it called?
Let the Right One In.
Let the Right One In, and then you got, was it Let Me Out?
Let Me In was the Let Me Out. That's the sequel. There's the
Let
remake.
me back in. Let me back in. Forgot my keys. Let me back in.
There's the. It was a Swedish movie. There's an American remake called simply Let Me In, which was also fine. But if you'd already seen this one, it's like a bit pointless.
Yeah.
But my number 3, the correct one, is Barbarian.
Solid choice. I'm looking forward to his new movie. I sent this to a friend of mine, and she was giving me commentary, like texting me commentary the entire time.
You don't have any girls that are friends.
He's absolutely done you, and he's not even on camera. He's left the room, and he's just done you remotely.
No, I was waiting for you to stop laughing, so then I could just reply with, "Yes, I do. Your mum."
Of course.
Classic, vintage even, like your mum. But I would say that Barbarian is a fantastic choice. Again, I'm looking forward to Weapons.
Yeah.
That comes out in a couple of weeks. At time of recording. It genuinely surprised me every step of the way. Did not see any of it coming, and you have to go in blind.
Yeah.
Because the trailer gives the first 15 minutes away. That's it. The rest of it, you are going in blind, and it is best appreciated if you do so.
Yeah.
Don't look up spoilers. Don't do it.
Nah.
It's a really great movie.
Each act of the movie feels like the start of a different movie, and you're just like, "What the fuck's going on?" And it is weaved together so well.
Yeah, it's not in a bad way. It's very cleverly done. So, yeah.
Big fan of that.
And this is the thing.
You moaned at me earlier for using a word that wasn't a word, and you've just used the word cleverly.
Cleverly is a word.
That can't be a word.
Okay, cleverly is a word.
Yeah,
cleverly is a word.
I'll Google it for you.
Yes, and make sure it doesn't come up with James Cleverly, the Tory MP.
It did come up with that, but it has also come up with the word cleverly.
I'll eat my own shit. Sounds better.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fair. So also, this is where I can't stand the Justin Long slander that you were giving in the last episode, where you're saying, "Oh, Justin Long's fucking shit." He's really good in Barbarian. He's really, really good.
Yeah.
Was it you who's?
It was Joe, wasn't it, that didn't like Justin Long?
Oh, I see. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, no, he's fantastic in that film. And it's always nice to see. What's his name? James Brake. You know who I mean? Like, he's the guy who's in Rob Zombie movies, and he played the Night King. Richard Brake. He's also in Mandy. Like, he's got a very
another controversial one. Rob Zombie isn't even a good horror director by my standards, because none of his films have been on this fucking list either, and he's not as good as he thinks he is.
He's not amazing by all means. His movies are just fine. I quite like some of them. He's done some ones I've really liked, and he's done some trash as well.
Basing your whole career around being like the god of horror, and you can't even get onto this list, says fucking volumes to me.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't really rate Rob Zombie at all. I'm going to send a picture of Richard Brake to the text chat, and you'll see exactly who I mean. He is also in Hannibal Rising as well. Like, that's where I think his career first sort of hit mainstream success.
Yeah, I think I know the geezer you mean. To describe his character is actually kind of a spoiler, to be fair.
Yes, but yeah, it's this fella. I don't know if you can see it in the chat, but yeah.
I'll bring up the. Yeah, I know the cunt. He is solid, yeah. Right, what was your number 3?
My number 3 was. Sorry, one sec. It was The Witch. The Witch is my third greatest horror movie of the 21st century so far.
Overrated.
Okay, I'm not gonna just. No, what are you talking about?
It's overrated.
One of those. It's a metaphor for
fruit.
trauma. It is not a metaphor for trauma. Ralph Ineson shines. He is fantastic. He's such a good actor. He's so underrated. Everyone knows him from The Office as Fincher. He's now known as Galactus because he was in the Fantastic Four movie recently. But this and The Green Knight really prove that, like, when he steps into more interesting roles, he can really fucking shine. Like, really shine. So, yeah, I love Ralph Ineson. Obviously, and it kickstarted Anya Taylor-Joy's career, for sure. There's no doubt about that. She's really good. Kate Dickie, who everyone knows as the weird mum from Game of Thrones. Lysa Arryn from Game of Thrones. She's really good in it as well. It's a genuinely tense atmosphere. It's got some genuine, there was a moment in it that made my jaw drop. And it's just a really well executed, well put together horror film. Really enjoyed it.
Fine. I do disagree in every way. Because then this is just my opinion. This isn't shitting on you. It's shitting on the choice.
Sure.
So it's my dismissal of it is almost entirely on entertainment value. It just didn't grab me at all. I never felt tense.
Fair enough.
I never felt scared. I'm just like, what? what? So they're in the woods and it's old times. Right, fine. And there's a witch.
Okay.
Right, go. And then you watch it and it's like, when is something interesting going to happen or something scary going to happen?
I'm sorry that the 16th century film didn't have like a car chase scene and like any of that stuff.
Not
You know,
expecting a bloody car chase. I'm expecting some kind of story, and for my money, never showed up.
Let's face it, you wanted that witch to fly off on her broom, didn't you? You fucking peasant. You absolute peasant. No, it's just one of those films that, yeah, I get that, like, it isn't, like, you know, exciting in, like, the sort of stereotypical TikTok brain sense. That's the last joke.
Just absolutely shitting all over me.
That's the last one I do, I promise. But, like, you know, it's just one of those films that, like, it's built more on atmosphere than, like, actual, like, things happening, if you get what I mean. And things do happen.
So, tell me about that plot again. Where was it? It's built more. It's not built so much on things happening.
This podcast is going to be called Angus Bites from now on.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
Angus takes the bait.
I'll leave it there. That's all right. Anyway, number 2.
Number 3. Number 2. Get Out. Fine.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
That's the third time it's come up in our respective lists. My number 2 is one I assume you've dismissed before I had a chance to mention it. Is I Saw the Devil.
I wouldn't call it a horror, but it's that's in my top 100 films of all time. So I love that film. I love it. It's more of a thriller. Like, do you know what I mean? It's more of a psychological thriller. I wouldn't call it a horror. It doesn't. For some reason, it doesn't quite meet that criteria for me. It's far too grounded, especially. So that's literally my only sort of disqualifying element of it. However, fantastic movie. I would not argue with it taking any place in like top 20 of anything. Like I'm more than happy to see I Saw the Devil on any like best of list. So yeah, all the way there. Just not quite horror film.
I was expecting that to be pretty much the only point of contention because it is an absolute banger.
It's incredible.
The only difference really is, as far as I'm concerned, it is a horror movie. Just not maybe in the most conventional sense, but it's definitely horrifying. And it has it's a very dark movie and has its scary moments, so I'd certainly put it in the horror category. But yeah, also a thriller. But either way, banger movie. So that's that. What about you? What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Under the Skin. This is genuinely, and the same goes for my number 1. Both of these are unlike anything I've ever seen. It depicted on film. Now, obviously, like some of the themes are, you know, they've been trod in different ways in previous movies. However, Scarlett Johansson's performance in this is fantastic. The cinematography is gorgeous. The sound design, the score, it's really fucking eerie. The cinematography, like when she steps into the house with like all the men that sort of follow her. By the way, this film is 12 years old. Grow up. It's like, watch the movie. It is more of an experience. It's like, to me, it's like Mad God, in the sense that it's more of an experience than like a plot-driven movie, because not a lot happens, but it is like atmosphere, like galore. A truly wonderful film. Love it.
All right. Well, saying like, oh, it's all about the atmosphere and stuff. To me, that's usually a red flag, because I'm like, if that's the best thing you can say about it outside of story, character, like, but I won't pass any strong opinions. I haven't seen the fucker, so I'll have to put it on my list, I suppose.
Sure.
So there we go. Joe, are you able to sit still?
I'll just make it a tea.
All right. He's been up and around so much.
Do you have a cushion of the green M&M, by the way?
I don't. I just have the red one.
No.
Is the red one like the Mario of the red and green M&Ms to Green's Luigi?
Red and yellow.
The
red and yellow.
Green one. The green one is the woman. That's why I was asking if he had a body pillow of the green M&M.
I was going to say Angus would discuss this with his body pillow later.
There we go.
Right, and number 1.
Number 1.
So we don't need a drum roll for this list because it's horseshit. Number 1, Under the Skin. which
Mm-hmm.
fine choice for Angus. I was a bit like, who's even seen this movie? I haven't seen it, and I love horror movies, and therefore nobody has.
Sure.
So it just
Fair
didn't
and
make
valid.
sense to me
Hey,
as a choice, especially considering every other option that they could have picked for the first one. I was just
completely
absolutely
agree.
baffled.
I completely agree with you. Like on the in the sense that like this is not. This is a pure art piece. It's an art house horror, like to its bones. So I am genuinely so. I thought the Get Out might be number one because Hollywood loves the sort of liberal side
Liberal.
of.
It's a
Yeah,
social
it's very
commentary, is why it would have won
yeah,
nominated for a lot of Oscars and stuff. It's
yeah,
about race. It's a
absolutely.
social commentary. So it's obviously that form of art they're a big fan of as well, or just
Yeah.
playing a member of the royal family, and that'll get you
Sure.
an Oscar nomination as well.
Yeah.
Mental. But right, so
That does work a lot.
the
to be
actual
fair.
number one.
I am curious.
So the actual number one is the Babadook.
Okay, all right,
Is
fair enough.
The obvious actual
again,
choice for number one is clearly the Babadook. It's easily the best since 2000, having gone through all possible options. None of them have been as effective and as reliably scary for everyone that's seen it, as reliably enjoyable for everybody that's seen it, including myself. Smashing movie.
Sure.
Excellent premise, unique idea, really well executed, super scary. It's I don't have any single bad thing to say about the movie. Chef's kiss. That's the correct
enough.
number one.
Sure.
I'm surprised you haven't put Nightmare on Elm Street or anything, Josh, on your top fucking list.
It
Well,
was made in
because
1986.
yeah, it's the 21st century, so
Oh, I'll do it.
I love that we've got to the end of the list and chosen it just now.
Well, I didn't thought it was like the 21st century. Gun.
why isn't 1922's Nosferatu on this list? No, it's top 25 horror films in the 21st century. That's what the list.
Can you class a remake,
reflects.
even if it was made originally?
Yep. If it's a good enough remake, then yeah.
Yeah, there's I had Dawn of the Dead on here, which is the remake of Dawn of the Dead.
That is
Which
fair.
Angus disagreed with, but he's wrong. He doesn't have the factual list. He's just got his own. So, what's
yeah?
All right, what's your number one then? Wait.
I not only have one Robert Eggers, I don't even have two Robert Eggers films. I have three Robert Eggers films. Number
So
one
it's like
is
The Viking
Lighthouse.
or whatever it's called.
No. The Northman is an action film, you dork. No,
Oh, right.
The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse
Dork.
is the Lighthouse is just it's completely unique. Now, yes, again, the themes have been trodden in previous installments, like The Thing, themes of isolation and paranoia. They have been done very well in The Thing. I'm not saying that this film is better at dealing with those themes. It's just done differently because The Thing is there is an active hostile threat that threatens the cast. With this, the hostility comes from each other, with no external force other than maybe like the light itself being a metaphor for. Robert Eggers has dismissed it being like a Lovecraftian thing, but anyone who watches it will immediately draw Lovecraftian elements from it, which is the sort of sense of something that is so inconceivable that the human mind cannot comprehend it, and it drives you mad as a result. That's what Lovecraftian horror is. It's my favorite subgenre of horror. It's done almost like because there is no such thing as perfection. It's done almost perfectly in The Lighthouse. I just wish there was more of it. That's my only complaint. That's how good it is. That's how much I enjoy it.
The real horror was the friends we met along the way.
Agreed.
Well, I am
it's
baffled by the choice, only because it's just so not an obvious. I haven't even seen the movie. It has come highly recommended.
Yes.
Not crazy about Robert Eggers. Nosferatu was a good movie. Didn't really like The Witch, but it has come recommended. But compared to so many other options for number one, it's a very unusual. Well,
It's just
subjectively unusual. To me, it's a very unusual choice.
It's a wholly original film. It stands on its own. It has really gorgeous cinematography. they had like when I say they're the best, the previous ones were the best horror performances of all time. This has my favorite Willem Dafoe performance. It has my favorite Robert Pattinson performance, and they are amongst some of my favorite performances of all time. I have previously done lists that I will do at another time, but they are genuinely like those two top 10 performances of all time. Period. So yes, like that film, phenomenal.
You are like
Really
a real
enjoy it.
slut for acting, aren't you? They're like
Yes,
absolute slut for good acting.
yes. Hey, has anyone seen that clip from There Will Be Blood where he screams, "I've abandoned my child"?
Mm.
Yeah, but like that is like it's. I genuinely think it's that level. Like they are fantastic. I never thought I'd see it out of Robert Pattinson. He is the most pleasantly surprising actor I've seen since he did the Twilight movies. He's really pushed himself away from that franchise, and this is
I'll
the
agree with
film
that.
that earned my respect with him.
Yeah.
And everything else that he's done since then has just been great. Just been great. Like, but that film is so special. It's one of my top 10 films of all time. The Lighthouse, best horror film in my opinion of the 21st century.
All right.
Uh,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I do like Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe's
I do
sound.
like that.
The only thing putting
Willem
me off
Dafoe-
is the fact that it's Eggers, and it's like, well, I mean, he's fine. Maybe this will be the one that proves me wrong.
Maybe. It's Willem Dafoe's best performance in my opinion, and he has been in like 100 movies or something. So that's how high. Yeah, that's how highly. I haven't seen all of his films.
I thought
I've
you'd be
seen.
down for him on Spider-Man, to be honest, being his best performance.
Okay, there we go. We fucking go. To be fair, I'd put that in his top 10 performances. He's really good in that. Like he's really good in the Spider-Man films. So
He is good in
You know.
that.
and he clearly looks like he's having fun, which is the most important thing.
I feel like it's hard not to have fun in those movies. Everyone that does them says it was really fun.
Yeah, and it's a Sam Raimi as well. I'm sure he's like really great to work with. So
Is
How much has
Robert Pattinson in Spider-Man?
no, Willem Dafoe in Spider-Man.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about Robert Pattinson.
No.
All right. Yeah, he was good. I like Willem Dafoe in Spider-Man. That was a great one.
It was a
Very
fun
entertaining.
film. It was a fun film.
Mm.
Not casting Elton John as Doc Ock was a big mistake, though.
Why?
It looked perfect for the role.
Oh, just based purely on looks, he would have been good, despite not being an actor or.
Looks and also just vibe. I think he'd have nailed it. And he has acted in quite a few things, Elton John, to be fair. Not like any Hollywood blockbusters, but he has acted quite a bit.
Is it just because of his round glasses that you're going?
No,
I was thinking
round
that. Put Doc
round
Ock on the
glasses.
piano and.
The hair, the menacingness that I feel like he can convey.
I thought you were
How is this your take? How is this your take? Elton John should have been Doc Ock.
Is it because it has cock in the name? Is it because like
Not Doc in the name. It's Doc Ock. It's Doc Ock.
you had me at cock?
Doc Ock.
Yeah, like
Sublime.
Honestly, watch Elton John shout at his sound man on YouTube and tell me he wouldn't have made a great Doc Ock.
oh, okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah. Well,
He's quite a menacing person. I feel like he's just like weird. I mean, I'd have taken Cliff Richards as Doc Ock as well because I feel like he's like fucking a dark horse.
Yeah, or maybe Ellen DeGeneres as well. Like
imagine
I would love
Ellen
to see
DeGeneres
Ellen-
as Doc Ock.
I would love to see Ellen DeGeneres play an absolute evil cunt in a movie because I think she would absolutely nail it.
well, of course she would. She's played one in real life. Like
She's been method acting
Horrible.
for her whole life.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what a timely reference. But yeah, I think that's it. Like all we've said.
We've
all we
completed
have
the
to say
list.
about-
Completed it, mate.
Yeah.
Is that fucking motorbike in your room, Angus?
No. This is a picture of one, maybe.
No,
oh
it's
no,
like an
that's. Hang on. What is it? I'm just trying to see what you're looking at.
It was when you turned the camera around.
No, there isn't a motorbike in my room.
Look, if it's not a motorbike, I believe you. All right.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised it took you. Like you had to check that there was.
Yeah.
I mean, you live in that room.
Well, no,
It's
no,
like,
no,
let's
no,
put a
I know
motorbike in here.
No, I was trying to see what looked like a motorbike that fooled, like that even
Oh, I
confused me
see.
for a second. Yes. Yeah. Fucking
It's like, oh, yeah,
hell.
no. There is a Honda bike in this room. Yeah, sorry.
Fucking hell! Thought I left my motorbike in my other trousers.
Yeah, I got an
Oh, I
absolute
should have left a
chopper. I got
motorbike
an
in here.
absolute chopper right here and a motorbike as well. Anyway.
Have
That's
you
a
lived in
Peanuts
that house
reference.
too long, Angus, now that your family is just throwing shit in the room hoping you will leave?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like constructive dismissal from his house.
Yeah, my parents did that. I knew it was time to leave when they put like a fridge in there.
Wasn't it? Didn't your dad like they bought their new house for them, and your dad came in and was like, "So there's not a room for you."
Yeah,
You're just like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah, he did do that, and then put a letting agent's number on an A4 sheet of paper in front of me, saying, I've used these before, they're good." And I was like, "Ah, okay." So then I had to be out very quick. They were moving house, and they were like, "There's not a room for you." I was like, "Ah, where am I going?" He's like, "Don't know, but it's not here."
Wow, savage.
Yeah.
Anyway.
My parents are very cutthroat, and to the point where yours just, I don't know, I'm assuming they're going to put a piano in there tomorrow.
Sure. Anyway,
we're going to have to call it there. Well, thanks, viewer. We look forward to you watching this episode as well.
Hang on, the sound cut out then. Sorry, what did you say?
I was saying thank you to the one viewer for watching the episode again, presumably.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he came back.
There's currently more hosts on the
Patreon?
podcast than there are viewers.
Does he want to sign up for the Patreon? I feel like he does.
Well, put some of this on YouTube Shorts, boys. You both have access, so just cut it up, put it on Shorts.
Yeah. I'd like to say a big thank you to our sponsor today of Skillshare.
Yeah, Squarespace.
What's the other one?
Honey, not Honey. People hate that now.
To be fair, it could be worse. You could be like selling just dead crypto or Coinbase or something like that.
Should we do Cinemenage à Trois Coinbase? Or is it Cinemenage à Trois coin?
Cinemenage à Trois coin. You can just make your own coin, can't you? Like on a website, it takes like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the viewer will buy it. Should we give him a name?
Yeah.
Brian, I suppose.
Yeah. Make up the saver code. We'll call the saver code is buttfucker69.
Yeah. Use code buttfucker69 at checkout to pay an extra 10%.
Off.
Yeah. To be fair, I guarantee you loads more YouTubers are going to be promoting VPNs now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
VPN use has gone up by like over 1,000% in the UK.
I wish I'd have fucking put my brain together and like invested in a British-based VPN company before this all went off.
Yeah. Oh well.
Anyway, we'll cut it there, shall we?
Yes. Have a good evening, boys.
Bye.